no les digas cuando así me dijiste a mí, por eso vivo penando.
La raza. ¡Ay!
Esa mi negra que la quiero ver aquí, con su rebozo de seda Cuando me traes a mi negra que la quiero ver aquí, con su rebozo de seda que te
Tecalitlán con sus mujeres hermosas, bonito Tecalitlán con sus mujeres hermosas, cuando salen a bailar el son de las mariposas, pero ay qué gusto me da de acordarme de esas cosas, ay, 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 Tecalitlán. A las 12 de la mañana soy un mariachi tocar. A las 12 de la mañana soy un mariachi tocar. Y era el mariachi Xochitl cantando por el portal, llevándole serenatas a las rosas del lugar. Ay, 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 Tecalitlán. Ya con esta me despido devisando para el plan. Ya con esta me despido devisando para el plan. A las muchachas bonitas del mero Tecalitlán, pasando por Tamazula y también Ciudad Guzmán. Ay, 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 Tecalitlán. Sí, señor. Gracias.
Thank you, Mariachi Xochitl, for leading the procession of the graduation.
Gracias, Mariachi Xochitl, por guiar la procesión de esta graduación.
Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a la 30ª graduación anual de la Raza. Mi nombre es Abril Rubio y estoy estudiando para recibir mi licenciatura en Educación Especial. A mi lado les presento a Luis Esparza y juntos los acompañaremos esta tarde como maestros de ceremonia.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 30th annual Raza graduation. My name is Luis Esparza and I'm currently pursuing a PhD in Chicana and Chicano Studies. I would like to introduce April Rubio. Together, we'll be your Masters of Ceremony for today's celebration.
Yeah, clap. There you go. Awesome. Indigenous Peoples Land and Territory Acknowledgement. Founded in 1889, the University of New Mexico sits on the traditional homelands of the Pueblo of Sandia. The original peoples of New Mexico, Pueblo, Navajo, and Apache, since the immemorial have deep connections to the land and have made significant contributions to the broader community statewide. We honor the land itself and those who remain stewards of this land throughout the generations and also acknowledge our committed relationship to Indigenous people. We gratefully recognize our history. El Centro acknowledges Indigenous communities because we work with the community on a daily basis, and we acknowledge their academic, activist contributions and ways of knowledge that keep this university standing. We acknowledge our Indigenous roots and recognize the people, the history, the traditions that continue to live on.
Declaración de reconocimiento de la tierra y territorio donde está ubicada la Universidad de Nuevo México. En 1889, la Universidad de Nuevo México fue fundada y establecida en el territorio tradicional del pueblo de Sandia. Los pueblos originarios de Nuevo México, Apache, Navajo y Pueblo, desde tiempos inmemorables tienen conexiones significativas a la comunidad del Estado. Honramos a la tierra misma por su valor y a aquellos que han sido administradores de la misma durante generaciones. Asimismo, reconocemos nuestro compromiso con esta colaboración con dichos pueblos nativoamericanos. Reconocemos con gratitud nuestra historia. El centro usa este reconocimiento porque trabajamos con poblaciones indígenas día a día y reconocemos sus contribuciones académicas, activistas y formas de saber que mantienen a esta universidad en pie. Utilizamos este reconocimiento porque la comunidad indígena sigue aquí y estas tierras aún les pertenecen. Hoy queremos darle las gracias a las familias por el apoyo que han brindado a sus estudiantes, porque sin ese apoyo ellos no estarían aquí. En esta celebración queremos reconocer y felicitar individualmente a cada graduado por sus logros, su empeño y por su valor vencer a todos los obstáculos durante sus estudios universitarios.
Today, we would like to thank the families for their support for their students. Without it, the students would not be here. In this celebration, we will recognize and congratulate each student individually for their successes, determination, and for their resilience in completing their degree. Sabemos que este es un honor para ustedes, porque juntos con sus familias y comunidades han hecho muchos sacrificios y es importante el saber que ustedes devolverán sus servicios a la comunidad con los talentos que han adquirido. Es un placer reconocerlos en esta celebración. Felicidades y muchísima suerte.
We know that it's an honor for you to be here because you have made many sacrifices along with your families and communities. It's important to acknowledge that you will give back to the community with the skills that you have acquired. It is an honor to recognize all of you in this cultural celebration. Congratulations and best of luck.
Por favor, pónganse de pie para darle la bienvenida al señor Jorge García, gerente senior de programas del Centro de la Raza, quien nos ayudará a comenzar la ceremonia con un momento de reflexión.
Please stand to welcome Mr. Jorge García, Senior Program Manager of El Centro de la Raza, who will help us start the ceremony with a moment of reflection.
Muchas gracias y buenas tardes. Thank you and good evening. What a beautiful view from here. I don't know if you guys know, but in our culture, we everything that we do has to do with flowers. Flower is the essence that has the most beautiful, or is the most beautiful essence that we can have on the earth. No? So back in the day, way before our time, there was an agreement that took place somewhere in Central Mexico. The elders and the wise men and the poets and the philosophers decided that to exemplify our lives and our destiny and everything that we do, that all of that will be signified by a phrase. And the phrase is in Cuicat, in Xochitl, flower and song. No? And so here what we have, what I see, is a garden of flowers. Each and every one of you is like a flower, no? Our future. And everybody carries a little bit of that beautiful knowledge that you possess now. And so, along with the Inquicat in Xochitl, there was also this notion of the precious knowledge, what we called Quetzalcoatl, which signifies everything that there is in our culture, everything that is beautiful, everything that is sacred, everything that is spiritual. So, because in our way, there's a lot of different ways that we pray. We pray by dancing, we pray by singing, and we also have the word. But today, to honor each and every one of you and your families and all the professors and all the people that are in charge to making sure that all of you guys get to this very precise moment, I would like to offer a very short song as a form of prayer and recognizing each and every one of you, all the efforts, all the dreams, all the hopes that you represent. And like that, we all gonna participate in the blessing that you represent to us, to our communities, to our future, to your families. And so, yeah, that's what I like to offer. Shimowa latwe weteot, Shimowa lawe wetzin, Shimowa lawe weteot, Shimowa lawe wetzin, Wano sepa ni kantlali, Quetzalcoatl ni cancan. Wano sepa ni kantlali, Quetzalcoatl ni cancan. Thank you very much. Thank you to all of you and your families.
We want to thank Jorge Garcia for that beautiful blessing. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the President of the University of New Mexico, Garnett Stokes.
Gracias al señor García. Ahora es mi placer presentar a la Presidenta de la Universidad de Nuevo México, Garnett Stokes.
Hola, Lobos, and what a pleasure it is to see you in person again as we celebrate you, our El Centro de la Raza community, on your graduation from the University of New Mexico. Felicidades! As the class of 2022, you faced a set of challenges no one could have expected or anticipated, with half of your Lobo experience spent in limited contact with each other. Fortunately, you had help. Many of you had families and others who believed in you and supported you, helping to make sure you had what you needed to succeed in most challenging times. But you also had invaluable support from El Centro de la Raza, where Rosa Cervantes and her staff have worked tirelessly to make sure you found the guidance and resources necessary to help you complete your journey as a Lobo. Often, that meant ensuring your language and culture were embraced and honored, and in cases of intersectionality, that you were seen and loved unconditionally. And look where you are now. You're officially part of the class of 2022. I am proud of all of you, and I thank each of you for letting UNM be part of your unique life experience and a chapter in your vibrant story. I also want our undocumented students, our dreamers and others, to know that UNM has been proud to stand with you and your families. When we say each of us defines all of us, we mean it. You demonstrate courage and resiliency on a daily basis and are truly part of the united spirit of UNM. To our dreamers, we cherish you. We want you here, and we are here for you, whatever you may need from us. The University of New Mexico is also proud to be a Hispanic-serving institution, with nearly half of our student body Latinx, Latino, Chicano, or Hispanic. We are also one of the few Hispanic-serving institutions in this country who also happen to be a Research One institution, which is a distinction we wear proudly. That means we are here for you no matter what your educational goals or aspirations may be, whether you're aiming for the classroom or boardroom, the music conservatory, or a national laboratory. And there's a reason we at UNM have a nationally recognized Chicana and Chicano Studies program that's the envy of the nation. You, our students, have brought to it your boundless energy, curiosity, and enthusiasm, supported by some of the most dedicated faculty and staff in the field. You have brought to the University of New Mexico your culture and language, and your warm sense of community and family. And our campus and our community are stronger for you being here. You have been and will always be vital to the identity as Lobos, and you are an esteemed part of our pack. We have been very proud to call you Lobo students, but we're even prouder to call you Lobo alumni. So, congratulations, class of 2022. I do hope I see you at the official ceremony on Saturday morning where it becomes official that day. Enjoy, though, the celebration together this evening, and vamos Lobos.
Next, I would like to introduce the director of El Centro de la Raza and special advisor to the UNM president of Latino-Latina Affairs, Ms. Rosa Isela Cervantes.
Ahora es mi placer presentar a la directora del Centro de la Raza y consejera especial a la presidenta universitaria en Asuntos Latinos, la señorita Rosa Isela Cervantes.
Buenas tardes y bienvenidos. Good afternoon and welcome. Es realmente un placer estar con todos ustedes esta tarde. I feel extremely privileged and honored to come to work at El Centro de la Raza every day, to come to UNM every day, and work with an amazing staff, my El Centro familia, and the numerous outstanding students, colleagues, partners, and allies. Primeramente, quiero reconocer a todos nuestros colegas. I would like to take a few moments to recognize our colleagues, partners, and allies. First, I'm going to start with those on the stage. First, our UNM president, Dr. Garnett Stokes. Thank you for being here. With us tonight, we also have Regent Kimberly Sanchez-Rael, Vice Chair of the UNM Board of Regents. Dr. James Holloway, UNM Provost. Dr. Doug Sildones, Executive Vice President for UNM Health Sciences. Dr. Valerie Romero Leggett, Vice President and Executive Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer, Health Sciences Center. My direct boss, Dr. Tim Gutierrez, Interim Vice President for Student Affairs. Dr. Barbara Rodriguez, Senior Vice Provost. Dr. Pamela Cheek, Associate Provost for Student Success. Dr. Irene Vasquez, Chair of Chicana and Chicano Studies, and Director of the Southwest Hispanic Research Institute, two of our very near and dear amazing partners. The programs, because there's only one of her. Teresa Constantinides, Senior Vice President of Finance and Administration. El Centro really is about a community, so our readers tonight, also up on stage, Alejandro Mendiaz Rivera, an alum of El Centro and program specialist at El Centro de la Raza. Victoria Padilla, one of our amazing financial aid officers. Daniel Torres Chaparro, an El Centro alum and student success specialist with the College Enrichment Program. Adriana Mendiaz Coronado, another amazing El Centro alum and currently an accountant with the UNM Unrestricted Accounting Office. Also, a shout out to our three amazing trilingual interpreters, one of which is graduating with you tonight, and another who is a Camp and El Centro alum. President Stokes mentioned that you all are now, or officially on Saturday, will be UNM alumni. So it's also my pleasure to welcome Margaret Ortega with the UNM Alumni Association. And while he's not here, we'll also mention Scott Sanchez, because he will be one of the people that will be calling you to get involved, whether you're here in New Mexico or you travel takes you outside to one of the other states or even abroad. So please stay connected, because once a Lobo, always a Lobo. We also rely on amazing community partners, so I want to take a special moment or a moment to recognize la Cónsul de Protección Consular y Asuntos Comunitarios, Ana María Méndez, who's out in the crowd. And with her tonight, also from the Consul's office, Priscila Pérez. Gracias por estar aquí. Next, I would like to recognize and thank all of the stellar faculty and staff from the University of New Mexico. Por favor, if all of you could stand to be recognized. It is you that make UNM a special place for our students, and I am so very proud to stand here with you as a colleague and a friend. Please stand. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you all for being here. And of course, I also quiero sinceramente dar las gracias al personal del Centro de la Raza y todos los voluntarios que están con nosotros. Without this amazing El Centro team and all of our amazing volunteers, tonight and so many of our programs throughout the year would not be possible. So to all the El Centro staff and all of our volunteers, if you'll also stand, please. I know you're scattered everywhere. Mil gracias. And of course, y finalmente, pero más importante, ¿verdad? Ayúdenme a reconocer con un aplauso muy grande a todas sus familias. Help me to recognize each of your family members. Thank you for your continued love and support for all of our students. This year we have the honor of celebrating El Centro's 30th annual Raza graduation. Recognizing that the last two Raza graduations were drive-through style, we also celebrate tonight that we have persevered through a global pandemic, through the challenges of a changing world, both in our homes and in our academic journeys. But we also have to recognize that we are not new to strife. We are a gente of grit and resilience. In fact, El Centro was created over 50 years ago by Chicana and Chicano students who sought support not only academically through programs like Chicana and Chicano Studies, but also by pushing to create a campus that supported their whole beings. They created El Centro as a starting point and a space that values their historia, language, tradiciones, y cultura. And I am proud to say that El Centro continues to be shaped by that student movement, and we unapologetically celebrate nuestras familias, nuestras culturas, y nuestros idiomas, our differences and our commonalities. This is a momentous day for each of you and our entire comunidad. Usually at about this time, I like to share some data about how many Latinx students are at UNM or in higher ed, how many graduate and how many don't. But simply, I'd like to just say, we need to do better, right? We must continue to not only recruit Raza students to UNM, but we must ensure that they are here celebrating with you as you are on graduation. You all have been a part of this movement and will continue to be instrumental in moving our community forward, in changing all the statistics, good and bad. But more importantly, you are and will impact our world. It is important to recognize the milestones that we continue to reach as a community, but also understand that we must band together as a community and keep working at it. This university, as proud as I am to be an alum, may not have been built for you and I. Yet here I stand as a testament to the fact that departments such as CCS and El Centro de la Raza do work, and that regardless of the statistics, challenges, and barriers, you did it. Lo lograron. Han llegado a este momento a través de su empeño, determinación y con el apoyo de sus seres queridos. Finally, class of 2022, los dejo con las palabras de Paulo Freire. La educación no cambia al mundo, cambia a las personas que van a cambiar al mundo. Y hoy ustedes han terminado una meta maravillosa. Or in the words of Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Today you have armed yourself with the best weapon to create positive change in our community. Each of you are agents of change, and you have the power to shape the tomorrow of those that come after us. May you do so responsibly and boldly. Adelante, Raza.
Gracias, Rosa. Ahora escucharemos los discursos de dos de los graduados. Primeramente, les presento a la señorita Kyla Fugate, quien se gradúa con su licenciatura en Planificación y Diseño Ambiental.
Thank you, Rosa. Next, we will hear from two of our graduates. First, let us introduce Ms. Kyla Fugate, who will be receiving a Bachelor's in Environmental Planning and Design.
Buenos tardes, everyone. It's so amazing to see you all here in person tonight. Like Rosa mentioned, we did a drive-through last year, and this is so much better. So this is the first time I'm seeing it, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you for coming. I am from a small town in southern New Mexico called Alamogordo, where I was raised by my parents along with my younger sister. Growing up, family has always been important to me. Not only was I close to my parents and sister, but my extended family, both in Alamogordo and in northern New Mexico. From the moment I left home to move to Albuquerque, the thing I missed the most was my family. Having to navigate this new big city away from what I was used to was exciting, but a little lonely at times. Although I kept myself busy and got involved in various things on campus, it all came to a stop when COVID happened. Like everyone else, this was not at all how I planned my college experience to be. Moving back home, doing everything through Zoom, and not being able to be around friends or be on campus. It was nice to be home, but I missed UNM. And I still remember one of the very first moments I had being back on campus, and it was actually taking a tour of El Centro de la Raza. As a Student Fee Review Board member at the time, I toured the center to help inform their decision to approve El Centro's requested funding for the next year. This is when I met Rosa and Noemi, and they told me about the deep history of El Centro. We talked about all the amazing things they do for students and the larger UNM community, and I remember I was completely mesmerized. And keep in mind, this is during the height of COVID, but somehow, even with no students, I could feel the energy there, and it felt like home. I knew I wanted to be a part of El Centro, so when they mentioned they would be able to hire students again, I applied right away. That next semester, I became a student success leader there and have been able to work with amazing people since. I feel so grateful that during a time of uncertainty, where many people were socially disconnected, including myself, I was lucky enough to found El Centro. Over the last few years, I've worked mostly with the social media team, where I've been able to connect with students and the UNM community at large. Sharing weekly oportunidades, events happening on campus, or featuring amazing Raza students, faculty, and alumni, this experience has allowed me to connect with my community. I have so many great memories being a part of El Centro, but one in particular sticks out. It's about a Temazcal ceremony that we did this semester, all the El Centro staff, and this is also known as a sweat. It was led by El Centro's very own Jorge Garcia at his home in the South Valley. It was the first time for many of us doing a sweat, and we had no idea what to expect. So we looked to our program supervisor, Yesenia, for some comfort, since she had done this sweat before. So we asked her, can we leave if we need to? And she said, yeah, I think so, which wasn't extremely reassuring, but here we go. So we get into the ceremony, and we're sitting there as Jorge begins to give us an overview. And he says, if you want to know if you can leave, the answer is no, which is exactly the opposite of what Yesenia had just told us. But like I said, we're already in there, so we just had to go with it. Once it started, it was pure darkness, very hot and hard to breathe. It was honestly one of the hardest things I've had to endure physically. And we got through it. It was a great experience. If you've never done one, I recommend it. But the thing that Jorge made clear was that the sweat is very similar to life. Life will get hard, he promised us. And like the sweat, you cannot quit. Jorge's advice during the sweat was to get low and touch the ground when it got hot, because the earth is cooler and it would help heal us. And we did this, and it did help. And since completing the sweat, this experience has stuck with me. Of course, we all share laughs about it now, but I think we learned a valuable lesson, which is that when life gets hard, you have to ground yourself. But what does it mean to ground yourself? By definition, it is energetically connecting to yourself, your values, and your vision. This can be connecting with or talking to your friends and family, taking time for self-care, enjoying time in the outdoors or with your community. Whatever it may be, we must ground ourselves, because quitting is not an option. Not in a sweat ceremony with Jorge, and certainly not in life. Aside from the sweat, college might be one of the toughest experiences I've had to endure thus far. But the reality is that life will continue to present challenges that we must persevere through. My time at UNM was nothing short of amazing. I was involved with many things on campus, including research, being a student athlete, volunteering, and mentorship. But looking back, nothing was more fulfilling than being a part of El Centro de la Raza. El Centro was more than a job to me. It was a place that I could call my home away from home. To everyone that is a part of El Centro, big and small, thank you for being my familia and my home at UNM. And to my family and friends, thank you for your continued love and support. I couldn't have done this without you. Felicidades, congratulations to all the graduates. Si se pudo, we did it.
Gracias, Kyla. Enseguida tenemos al señor Mario Montoya, quien recibió su maestría en Bellas Artes en Escritura y Creativa.
Thank you, Kyla. Next, we have Mr. Mario Montoya, who received the Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing.
Okay. Wow, I haven't even said a word. You guys are clapping. It takes heart and guts to graduate from a university as a Latina, Latino, or Latinx person, even in your own backyard. It's a daily fight for space at an institution not built with you in mind. To show up and study, to present the most professional projects, to pull all-nighters at Zimmerman Library, to carve your name into the old wood of academia, that takes heart and guts. We know education is important despite feeling stuck at times, stuck on a problem or on a paper or at a computer on a Zoom call, still in your pajamas. The pandemic hit us hard because us gente, we are strengthened and sustained by community. Suddenly, that felt gone, replaced by paranoia and isolation. But despite the pandemic, you moved mountains, you achieved the completion of your degree. And like our people do, you had the heart and the guts to get up and press forward, regardless of excuses and the circumstances. I know the struggle for mobility as a Chicano man who uses a wheelchair. Born with a rare disease called CIP, I cannot feel pain. It's a great condition to have when you're getting tattoos, but otherwise, it's problematic. Growing up, I received deep cuts and wounds that went unnoticed unless I witnessed blood. The cuts got aggravated and calloused and infected. I got scars on my knees and on my elbows. I walked funny, I got teased, which made me mad. I lashed out, I got into fights, I got suspended from school. Teachers and administrators had my phone number memorized. Then, as a high school freshman, a blessing came in the form of tragedy. I developed a bone infection in my leg that turned septic, and I wasn't responding to the antibiotics. Afraid it could reach my heart, doctors amputated it below the knee, and in a matter of months, my life was different. I returned to high school in a fully customized wheelchair. Yet something deep within me had changed too, unexpectedly. I saw my situation for what it was. There was much that I had been taking for granted. Even with one leg, I had better chances, and I had more than a lot of people. Sure, I couldn't walk, or I couldn't run, or I couldn't kick a field goal, but I was alive, surrounded by people who cared, and I could think and read and learn. I had a home. I could still pursue my dream of being a writer, and with patience and a good attitude, I saw how a bad loss could be a positive gain. I'll leave you with a short anecdote that resembles my whole academic journey, and maybe it does yours too. I was in Chicago one summer attending a hip hop culture conference as a member of the League of Pissed Off Voters. We spent days viewing panels, and by day 3, we wanted a break to enjoy the big city. So a dozen of us followed some locals for a little downtown bar hopping. Things went well until we reached Lake Michigan with its calm waves and its sandy shores. Someone suggested we get closer to the water, but my wheelchair couldn't get over the terrain, and I felt ashamed. My buddy Cyrus pushed me over the bumps and the holes, but it was just too much work. And when we finally stopped, I could feel everybody's disappointment, hoping we could all reach the water's edge. On the other hand, they didn't want to leave me, so I was holding everyone back, myself included. And for what? It wasn't like I couldn't make it. I might have been embarrassed, but with some heart and some guts, I could do it. I stood in my chair and began undressing. Shoes and socks first, then shirt, then jeans, all the way down to my boxers. A Chicano dude laughed. "What are you doing in your chones?" "I'm getting in," I said, "I'm getting in." I felt vulnerable standing with one leg, nearly naked, revealing old scars, my limb exposed, but I figured, who cares? What do they think? I was getting in that water no matter what. Cyrus responded by stripping off into his tidy whities, which I appreciated, and I found very funny and very brave. Soon enough, everyone had stripped down to their underwear, and then we all jumped in. I floated to the surface, leg underwater, feeling confident. Walking and wheelchairs were obsolete now, totally useless in the water. Here, I was as mobile as anyone. In a backstroke, I noticed the lit skyline of downtown Chicago reflecting off Lake Michigan, shimmering off the waves. Then I saw my wheelchair parked in the sand about 20 yards away, and I realized, despite the short distance in proximity, I'd come a long way, and so have you. Thank you.
Gracias, Kyla y Mario, por inspirarnos con sus palabras. Hoy, al bajar el escenario, cada estudiante tendrá la oportunidad de tomarse una foto individual, cortesía de Liz Lopez Photography. Después de haber recibido su reconocimiento, cada estudiante recibirá un acceso a las fotos en los próximos días. Por favor, les pedimos a las familias esperar hasta el final del evento para tomarse fotos con los graduados, para mantener la procesión en orden. Ahora, el momento más esperado, la presentación de la generación de 2022. Les pedimos extiendan su mayor respeto desde el primer graduado hasta el último.
Thank you, Kyla and Mario, for inspiring us with your words. Today, as you leave the stage, each student will have their picture taken by Liz Lopez Photography after being stoled. Each student will have access to their picture in the coming days. Families, we ask that you please wait until after the event to take a picture with the graduates in order to keep the procession flowing smoothly. Now, the moment you have all been waiting for, the presentation of the graduating class of 2022. We ask that you please be courteous to all graduates. Announcing the graduates this evening will be Ms. Adriana Mendiaz Coronado, Unrestricted Accountant at UNM. Victoria Padilla, Financial Aid Officer. Daniel Torres Chaparro, Student Success Specialist at the College Enrichment Program. And Alejandro Mendiaz Rivera, Program Specialist at el Centro de la Raza.
Mario Montoya. Mario will be receiving a Master's of Fine Arts in Creative Writing. Sole presented by Dr. Bernardine Hernandez. Felicidades, Mario. Kayla Ivan Fugue. Kayla will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Environmental Planning and Design, Community Regional Planning. Sole presented by Kayla Ivana Fugue. Kayla will be receiving a Bachelor's of Fine Arts in Environmental Planning and Design, Community Regional Planning, stole presented by Noemi Hernandez. Felicidades, Kayla. Nicole Marie Burciaga. Nicole will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Sign Language Interpretation and Spanish. Nicole would like to say, para los que llegaron sin nada y nos dieron todo, lo logramos. Stole presented by Professor Amanda Luján. Felicidades, Nicole. Bianca Isela Acosta. Bianca will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing and Spanish with the minor in Psychology. Bianca would like to say, I want to thank my main supporter, my husband. He has been with me since the beginning of my journey to pursue nursing and has always pushed me to be better because he always knew I could be. Felicidades, Bianca. Ana Aguirre. Ana will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology with a minor in Family and Child Studies. Ana says, we are college seniors. We are almost there. Sí se pudo, but personally I could not have done it without my family by my side. Soul presented by Dr. Ashley Martin Kuehler. Felicidades, Ana.
Daryl William Ames. Daryl will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science. Daryl says, UNM has prepared me for the next step. Stole presented by Dr. Len Kravitz. Felicidades, Daryl. Stephen Alcala. Stephen will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. Felicidades, Stephen. Ramon Alderete Sandoval. Ramon will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering and Bioengineering. Ramon says, después de muchos sacrificios, sí se pudo. Felicidades, Ramon. Brianna Nicole Allen. Brianna will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Brianna says, me puse las pilas. Felicidades, Brianna. Crystal Almeida. Crystal will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Crystal says, every great advance in science has issued from a new audacity of the imagination. John Dewey. Stole presented by Dr. Colin Olson. Felicidades, Crystal.
Michelle Esmeralda Alvarado Sarabia. Michelle will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Criminology and Spanish. Felicidades, Michelle. Josiah Anaya. Josiah will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Exercise Science. Josiah would like to say congratulations. Go Lobos. Soul presented by Dr. Lynn Kravitz. Felicidades, Josiah. Donati Jack Aparacio Blythe. Donati will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Liberal Arts and Digital Communications. Felicidades, Donati. Omar Aragones. Omar will be receiving a Master's of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Omar would like to say, cherish the time you spend in college and always take the time to appreciate the beauty in life. Soul presented by Dr. Nathan Jackson. Felicidades, Omar. Ivona Arazu Araujo Herrera. Ivona will be receiving a Bachelor's of Business Administration in Finance. Ivana would like to say, porque yo sé los planes que tengo para ti, planes para prosperar y no hacerte daño, planes para darte esperanza y un futuro. Jeremías 29:11. Felicidades, Ivona.
Samantha Lee Archuleta. Samantha will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Samantha says, as a born and raised New Mexican, I am proud to be graduating from a university that not only encourages diversity, but also prides itself on togetherness. Let's go, Lobos. Felicidades, Samantha. Solana Pearl Armijo. Solana will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in English and German. Solana says, congratulations, class of 2022. Here's to all of our future adventures. Stole presented by Dr. Suzanne Backman. Felicidades, Solana. Arlene Marquez Arpero. Arlene will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Geography. Arlene says, I am so proud to be a first-generation college graduate in my family. Luckily, my family eventually supported my decision, and now I am satisfied with my choice in studying geography. Sí se pudo. Felicidades, Ana. Aileen Arroyos. Aileen will be receiving a Master's of Business Administration in Human Resources and Organizational Behavior. Felicidades, Aileen. Esteban Silviano Atencio. Esteban will be receiving a Master of Arts and Masters of Architecture. Esteban says, want to thank God for blessing me with the life I have. I'm blessed to have the support group I've had along the way, as well as the lifelong friendships that have been made. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for all the sacrifice. Stole presented by Miss Angela Pacheco. Felicidades, Esteban.
Natalie Yasmin Aveita. Natalie will be receiving a Master's of Business Administration with a concentration in Strategic Management and Policy. Natalie would like to say, quiero agradecer a mi familia, amistades y profesores por todo el apoyo durante estos años, en especial a mis padres Federico y Beatriz Avita por su inspiración y amor incondicional. Los quiero mucho. Felicidades, Natalie. Dominic Jose Baca. Dominic will be receiving a Master's of Arts in Estudios Latinoamericanos, Derechos Humanos y Negocios Internacionales. Dominic would like to say, gracias a todos que han dado la fuerza para seguir en esta aventura. Still presented by Rudy Montoya and on Dr. Manuel Montoya on behalf. Felicidades, Dominic. Luke Mediciano Vaca. Luke will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Nuclear Engineering, still presented by Dr. Mohamed El Jank. Felicidades, Luke. America Yasmin Vaca Miyamoto. America will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics, still presented by Ms. Martina Rivera. Felicidades, America. Brian Jose Baez Moreno. Brian will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Financial Management and International Management. Brian would like to say, to all my Raza fellows, si se puede. Our degrees shows the open door many are afraid to take. Let's get out there and keep this fire going at the workplace. You did it. Still presented by Yesenia Ruiz. Felicidades, Brian.
Joseph Barbara. Joseph will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry. Joseph says, La vida, solo hay una, pero trae un montón. Still presented by Alejandro Mendíaz Rivera. Felicidades, Joseph. Topacio Barón. Topacio will be receiving a Master of Business Administration and Marketing. Felicidades, Topacio. Karina Andrea Bayardo. Karina will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biology. Karina says, as much as I'm going to miss UNM, I am proud to have made it this far for myself and my family. Los quiero mucho. Felicidades, Karina. Sandra Araceli Bello. Sandra will be receiving a Master of Science in Law. Sandra says nothing is impossible. I work hard because I dream big. If you need to cry along the way, do it until you can't anymore. That will give you the strength. Mental health is natural. Don't deny it. I'm a suicide survivor. Stole presented by Professor Joseph Schremer. Felicidades, Sandra. Norman Joe Gregory Benavides. Norman Joe will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Criminology. Norman Joe says, I am a first-generation college student. I would like to give hope to other minority students that through hard work and dedication, anything is possible. Felicidades, Norman Joe. Renata Nicole Bennett Perez. Renata will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biology. Renata says, no estudia para saber más, sino para ignorar menos. Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz. Stole presented by Armando Bustamante on behalf of Dr. Patricia Rosa Lopetugui. Felicidades, Renata.
Cecilia Bernal. Cecilia will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Criminology. Cecilia says, si las cosas valen la pena, serán difíciles, todo el mundo las tendría. Felicidades, clase de 2022. Dios los bendiga siempre. Still presented by Mr. Christopher Lynch. Felicidades, Cecilia. Diana Paola Bernal. Diana will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Pre-Professional Architecture. Still presented by Brenda Ramirez. Felicidades, Diana. Lori Sandra Black. Lori will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Communication and Journalism, Organizational Communication. Lori says, never give up. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I took my first college course 43 years ago, and I am here graduating with you all in class of 2022. Soul presented by Adam Wex. Felicidades, Lori. Blanca Araceli Bormuda. Blanca would be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology with a minor in Psychology. Blanca would like to say, gracias a mi familia, lo logré. Esto es solo el comienzo, voy por más. Felicidades, Blanca.
Brittany Aileen Bravo. Brittany will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. Brittany says, I am very blessed and thankful that I was able to accomplish my goals and cannot wait to keep on going. Thankful to have my family supporting me. A veces dude, pero nunca me raje. Felicidades, Brittany. Rachelle Ariana Brown-Lee. Rachelle will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nuclear Engineering. Rachelle says, keep going, keep dreaming. To my beautiful sister Lily, you are my favorite human. Stole presented by Miss Elsa Castillo. Felicidades, Rachelle. Athena Claire Birch. Athena will be receiving a Master of Arts in Elementary Education. Stole presented by Dr. Leila Flores Dueñas. Felicidades, Athena. Patricia Azucena Campos Muro. Patricia will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biology and a Spanish major with a minor in Chemistry. Patricia says, estoy extremadamente agradecida de haber podido recibir una educación, especialmente sabiendo que muchos no comparten el mismo privilegio. Me gustaría agradecer a mis padres, a mis hermanos y a Dios. Felicidades, Patricia. Jorge Ivan Canales Verdial. Jorge will be receiving a doctorate in electrical engineering. Jorge says, give me a place to stand and I will move the earth. Archimedes. Engineers have made significant advancements that have enhanced this civilization. Today I become that engineer. Felicidades, Jorge.
Maria del Carmen Canas Madera. Maria will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Felicidades, Maria. Magali Carmona. Magali will be receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration and Marketing. Felicidades, Magali. Beatriz Adriana Carrasco. Beatriz will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Arts. Felicidades, Beatriz. Ivan Carrillo. Ivan will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Ivan would like to say, atum viam etiam atum faciam, meaning either find a way or make one. The college journey is not a race, but a marathon. My parents worked hard for me to be in this position. They also are receiving this diploma. Felicidades, Ivan. Trinity Marie Carrillo. Trinity will be receiving an Associates of Arts in Liberal Arts and Integrative Studies. Trinity would like to say, hello, I am a first-gen college student at UNM Valencia, and I'm very blessed to be able to have the opportunity to graduate from college with my associates. I am the first in my family to ever do so. Muchas bendiciones. Still presented by Tina Zuniga. Felicidades, Trinity.
Madison Marie Castellano Donovan. Madison will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Communication. Felicidades, Madison. Israel Castillo. Israel will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Interpersonal Communication. Israel says, I am extremely proud of myself and my direction in life. I would like to thank everyone who believed in me. I want to say thank you to my supportive and loving wife and my family. Felicidades, Israel. Nubia Ceniceros. Nubia will be receiving a Master of Arts in Spanish and Hispanic Southwest Studies. Nubia would like to say, I would like to thank God and my family for their endless love and support. Los quiero mucho. Stole presented by Dr. Ana Nogar. Felicidades, Nubia. Giselle de Los Angeles Cereceres Barrera. Giselle will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics and Portuguese with a minor in Spanish. Giselle would like to say, gracias a Dios, sí se pudo. Know that you are celebrated and acknowledged for your strength and the hard work you put into getting where you are. You are all so valuable, and I wish you all the positivity and successes that life has to offer. Stole presented by Yvette Acevedo Weatherholtz. Felicidades, Giselle. Selena Angelica Chacon. Selena will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education with a concentration in Language Arts. Selena says, I would like to thank my entire family and my fiancé for all the support and guidance. I would like to especially thank my dad. I could not have done it without you. Stole presented by Dr. Arlene Waldschmidt. Felicidades, Selena.
Priscila Chacon Martinez. Priscila will be receiving a Master's of Business Administration, concentration in entrepreneurship. Priscila says, para mi madre que llegó sin nada pero me lo dio todo. Gracias por enseñarme que esta vida todo se puede. Breaking generational curses one degree at a time. Felicidades, Priscila. Analisa Jenny Marie Chavez. Analisa will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Anthropology and Criminology. Analisa says, it doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you get to the finish line and work hard. Stole presented by Dr. Rochelle Duke. Felicidades, Analisa. Julio Chavez. Julio will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science and Economics. Julio says, para mi familia, que sigamos adelante. Stole presented by Professor Michael Roca. Felicidades, Julio. Maya Rose Chavez. Maya will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Biochemistry and Applied Mathematics. Maya says, we have shown what it means to be resilient as we come together this year. We did it. Stole presented by Professor Derek Martinez. Felicidades, Maya. Annalise Marie Chavez. Annalise will be receiving a Master's of Public Administration. Annalise says, being a student at UNM has been one of the greatest experiences of my life. I have learned so much from my professors and peers. Thank you to my family, my mom, and God. This would have not been possible without you. This tassel belongs to you. Thank you. Presented by Professor Stacy Sacco. Felicidades, Annalise.
Margarita Aurora Chavez Sanchez. Margarita will be receiving a Master of Arts in Healthcare Administration with a concentration in Cultural Humility. Margarita says, I am grateful to have completed the Masters of Healthcare Administration at UNM and gained skills to better serve my community. This program has afforded me with the knowledge to expand my professional capacity and enhance my daily efforts to serve the most vulnerable communities. Stole presented by Dr. Yolanda Morales. Felicidades, Margarita. Luis Daniel Contreras. Luis will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in International Studies and Political Science. Luis says, I was born in Anaheim, California, to first-generation immigrants from Mexico. A lifelong New Mexican who grew up in humble circumstances. Spanish is my first language. I see myself serving as a diplomat abroad. Stole presented by Dr. Lawrence Roybal. Felicidades, Luis. Jocelyn Cordova Ortez. Jocelyn will be receiving a Master of Arts in Political Science. Felicidades, Jocelyn. Alyssa Marie Palacio Covarrubias Powell. Alyssa will be receiving a Master of Arts in American Literature and Poetry. Stole presented by Matthew Hoffer. Felicidades, Alyssa. Liana Monet Crowley. Liana will be receiving a Master of Arts in Educational Psychology. Liana says, this year when I graduate, I will be the first person in my family with a master's degree. We are all breaking barriers and showing our families how much we can do. I owe it to my grandparents and their brave ambition to be here today. Stole presented by Dr. Terry Flowerday. Felicidades, Liana. Brianna Maria Cutler. Brianna will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in History. Brianna says, keep up the good work. Felicidades, Brianna. Brian N. Cutler. Brian will be receiving a Master of Arts in General Physical Education, Masters of Exercise Science and Sports Administration. Brian says, great job, everybody. Keep up the great work. Stole presented by Dr. Len Kravitz. Felicidades, Brian. Naija Kusmar. Naija will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in a double major in Biochemistry and Spanish. Naija says, thank you to my family. You have been incredibly supportive and I could not have gone this far without you. Felicidades, Naija. Jacob Enoch Dawkins. Jacob will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Jacob says, never forget the goal was not just to take the opportunity, but to bring it back. This is your sign to go back home and share your journey. Felicidades, Jacob.
Lidia Maria de Maron. Lidia will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Felicidades, Lidia. Luis Matthew de Vargas. Luis will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Music, in String Pedagogy, and Music Education. Felicidades, Luis. Gabriela Diaz. Gabriela will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Gabriela would like to say, para mi familia, gracias por su amor y apoyo. Stole presented by Anthony Hume. Felicidades, Gabriela. Anaí Dominguez. Anaí will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology with a minor in Health Medicine and Human Values. Stole presented by Rodolfo Becerril. Felicidades, Anaí. Santana Marisa Dominguez. Santana will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science. Stole presented by Professor Lauren Collingwood. Felicidades, Santana. Melissa Dor Rodriguez. Melissa will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology. Melissa says, proud to be first-gen graduate in my family. Felicidades, Melissa. Valeria Duarte. Valeria will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Valeria would like to say, todo esto es gracias al apoyo y los consejos de mis padres. Por ellos he llegado a realizar el más grande de mis metas, lo más valioso que he recibido. Felicidades, Valeria.
Lisbeth Duron Pacheco. Lisbeth will be receiving a Bachelor of Science. Lisbeth says, sí se puede. To accomplish your dream, yes you can. I came from a first generation of graduation college. I am pleased to inform that I will be an impact on the community to educate those on health. Stole presented by Tiffany Martinez Durant. Felicidades, Lisbeth. Ashley Enriquez. Ashley will be receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration in Accounting. Felicidades, Ashley. Denise Enriquez. Denise will be receiving a Juris Doctorate. Denise says, gracias a mis hijas y esposo por todo. Espero que las raíces de nuestra comunidad se fortalezcan con los que se gradúan. Stole presented by Professor Lizette Romero Cordova. Felicidades, Denise. Brenda Xiomara Esparza Perez. Brenda will be receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration in Accounting. Felicidades, Brenda. Alex Espinosa. Alex will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in English and Chicana Studies. Felicidades, Alex. Leslie Viridiana Estrada Diaz. Leslie will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Leslie says, enamórate de ti, de la vida, y luego de quien te quieras. Frida Kahlo. Stole presented by Dr. Bruce Smith. Felicidades, Leslie. Dania Paula Estrada Rivera. Dania will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology in Spanish. Dania says, as an undergraduate, we all focus on the end goal of earning our degrees, but we often forget the journey, the memories and the lifelong friendships that we make along the way. He encontrado un lugar lejos de casa a través mis compañeros. Stole presented by Jennifer Serrano. Felicidades, Dania. Alicia Maria Fajardo. Alicia will be receiving a Master of Arts in Special Education. Alicia says, I would like to thank my mom and dad for supporting me through this journey. Stole presented by Dr. Loretta Serna. Felicidades, Alicia. Gabriela Aurora Fernandez Ramirez. Gabriela will be receiving a Master of Business Administration in Accounting with a focus on information assurance. Gabriela says, some dream it, some try, but only a few achieve. You worked hard and you went the extra mile. You had a dream and you gave it your all. Now it is your time to say, I did it. Felicidades, Gabriela.
Carla Vanessa Ferrer Hurtado. Carla will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology. Carla says, as a first-generation child of immigrants, I want to tell my mom that her sacrifice was worth it. Gracias, mamá, por tu sacrificio y apoyo son la razón por la cual lo logré. Felicidades, Carla. María del Pilar Farel Muriel. María del Pilar will be receiving a doctorate in anthropology. Sole presented by Dr. Richard File Muriel. Felicidades, María de Pilar. Brianna Quiroz Flores. Brianna will be receiving a Bachelor's of Business Administration in General Business. Sole presented by Rudy Montoya. Felicidades, Brianna. Cindy Yasmin Flores. Cindy will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Spanish. Cindy would like to say, we believed we could do it, so we did it. Felicidades, Cindy. Valerie Marie Fong. Valerie will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Statistics. Valerie says, mujeres en STEM son poderosas. Still presented by Dr. Owen Lewis. Felicidades, Valerie.
Zuli Fornelli Perez. Zuli will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics. Felicidades, Zuli. Shirley Mildred Galavis. Shirley will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering. Shirley says, do not be afraid to go after what you want. You are your own critic. Be bold and courageous. Life is too short to be anything but happy. Stole presented by Ms. Diana Martinez Campos. Felicidades, Shirley. Colette Gallegos. Colette will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Felicidades, Colette. Darlene Mary Gallegos. Darlene will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology with a minor in psychology and a concentration on human services and social policy. Darlene says, congratulations to the graduating class of 2022. We are testaments that with hard work and perseverance, dreams do come true. May we all use our education to make a difference in the world. Best wishes in all your future endeavors. Stole presented by Ms. Corinne Gonzalez. Felicidades, Darlene. Karina Beatriz Gallegos. Karina will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology in Spanish. Karina says, gracias mamá y papá, que sin su apoyo no lo hubiera logrado tan fácilmente. Gracias por abandonar que lo conocen como su vida, por darnos a mí y mis hermanas la oportunidad del éxito. Aquí le demuestro que se valió la pena. Los quiero de todo corazón. Stole presented by Alejandro Mendíaz Rivera. Felicidades, Karina. Patrick Gallegos. Patrick will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in English. Patrick says, thank you to El Centros El Puente Research Program for helping me build my career path. Stole presented by Dr. Yolanda Terán. Felicidades, Patrick. Tessa Elise Gomez. Tessa will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Arts. Tessa says, thank you to my loves. Every flower blooms in its own time. Ken Petty. Felicidades, Tessa. Brenda Garcia. Brenda will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Spanish with a minor in psychology. Brenda says, I am very happy to be seated here today with each and every one of you. I hope you all had an amazing college experience. May all of you continue to reach your goals and enjoy life. Stole presented by Armando Bustamante on behalf of Cameron Langner. Felicidades, Brenda. Isaac Garcia. Isaac will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering. Isaac says, thank you, Lauren, family, friends, and the absolutely brilliant minds I have met. May I keep you in my life for the decades to come. Felicidades, Isaac. Michelle Nicole Garcia. Michelle will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Family and Child Studies with a minor in Interdisciplinary Liberal Arts. Michelle says, life may not take you down the path you plan, but it's still an adventure worth experiencing. Stole presented by Dr. David Atencio. Felicidades, Michelle.
Michelle Renee Garcia. Michelle will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Liberal Arts. Felicidades, Michelle. Oscar Garcia. Oscar will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Emergency Medical Services. Oscar says, as someone who was born in Mexico, I am proud to say that I made it. Felicidades, Oscar. Rosemary Yvonne Garcia. Rosemary will be receiving a Bachelor's of Business Administration in Organizational Leadership. Sole presented by Professor John Mertz. Felicidades, Rosemary. Vanessa Garcia. Vanessa will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and Sociology with a minor in Family and Child Studies. Vanessa says, todo lo que tengo y todo lo que soy es gracias a mis padres. Los amo mucho. Felicidades, Vanessa. Jennifer Garcia Mendoza. Jennifer will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Peace, Conflict, and Diplomacy, Latin America. Jennifer says, getting to graduation is a testament of the resilience of my Raza community. I would not be here today without the support of so many. I would like to thank my ancestors for their sacrifices and for paving the way for me to be here. We are our ancestors. Stole presented by Farah Newsom. Felicidades, Jennifer. Isabel Dolores Garcia Gallegos. Isabel will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Isabel says, nursing school was challenging. It emphasized my strengths and weaknesses many times over. I finished with a better understanding of myself, and I am leaving with an appreciation for all the hard work I put in for these last 20 months. Felicidades, Isabel.
Abigail Lee Garcia Huff. Abigail will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and Criminology. Felicidades, Abigail. Ricky Daniel Giron. Ricky will be receiving a Master of Science in Speech Language Pathology. Ricky says, lo hice. Fue un sacrificio que valió la pena y dedico este título a mi papá, te quiero. Stole presented by Renee Garcia. Felicidades, Ricky. Ali Gomez. Ali will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Spanish. Ali says, I am a proud citizen that is excited to carry on my beautiful Mexican culture into my medical career and help those who are in need. Keeping my roots is very important to me. Thank you, Raza. I could not have done it without you. Felicidades, Ali. Evan Eugene Gonzalez. Evan will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication. Evan would like to say, si tienes un sueño, no dejas que nadie te lo quite. Celina Quintanilla. Felicidades, Evan. Nathan Christopher Gonzalez. Nathan will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biology. Nathan says, the simple things are the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them. Stole presented by Miss Krista Wilson. Felicidades, Nathan. Nathaniel Cruz Gonzalez. Nathaniel will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Nathaniel says, I want to recognize my family and thank them for supporting me throughout my education. It has not always been easy, but you are always there for me. Stole presented by Miss Nancy Cabrera. Felicidades, Nathaniel. Kevin Gonzalez. Kevin will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. Kevin says, sí se pudo. Hay que agradecer los sacrificios de nuestros padres por crear las oportunidades de nuestras vidas. Stole presented by Dr. Colin Olson. Felicidades, Kevin. Santana Elizabeth Gonzalez. Santana will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Santana says, thank you for everything. Felicidades, Santana. Samantha Elena Gregory. Samantha will be receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration. Stole presented by Dr. Jacobo Baca. Felicidades, Samantha. Howard Griego. Howard will be receiving a Master of Arts in Chicano and Chicana Studies. Howard says, thanks to all that have been a part of my journey. Best wishes to all. Stole presented by Dr. Irene Vasquez. Felicidades, Howard. Deandra Grill. Deandra will be receiving a Master of Arts in Chicano and Chicana Studies. Stole presented by Professor Levi Romero. Felicidades, Deandra.
Eric David Guadarrama Marrey. Eric will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering. Eric says, agradezco a mis amigos y familiares que me apoyaron durante el proceso y no me dejaron rendir. Soul presented by Alejandro Mendíaz Rivera. Felicidades, Eric. Noeli Jacqueline Guardado Samarripa. Noeli will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Criminology and Political Science. Noeli says, para mis padres que llegaron sin nada, pero me lo dieron todo. Felicidades, Noeli. Adrián John Gutierrez. Adrián will be receiving a Master's of Arts in Accountancy. Adrián says, it has been a long road, but I'm finally at the end of it. My boys are the ones that gave me the courage to complete this journey. Congratulations to everyone who is graduating with me. Soul presented by Dr. Richard Brody. Felicidades, Adrián. Ángel Fernando Gutierrez. Ángel will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering. Ángel says, no hay que llegar primero, pero hay que saber llegar. Felicidades, Ángel. Jude Daniel Gutierrez. Jude will be receiving the Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. Jude says, not only is it an honor to be graduating from a fine institution, but also an institution with so much history ingrained with history of our state. Felicidades, Jude. Nedia Gutierrez. Nedia will be receiving a Bachelor's of Business Administration in Accounting. Felicidades, Nedia. Delia Hernandez. Delia will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering and Biomaterials. Delia says, this degree is dedicated to my parents. Without them, I am nobody. Esta carrera está dedicada a mis padres. Sin ellos, no soy nadie. Gracias. Felicidades, Delia.
Eric Fernando Hernandez. Eric will be receiving a Master of Arts in Elementary Education. Eric says, agradezco a mis padres, quienes hicieron el máximo sacrificio para venir a los Estados Unidos. Agradezco a los ancestros cuya fuerza sigue vive. Sí, podemos y sí los haremos. Stole presented by Magdalena Dath. Felicidades, Eric. Janet Hernandez. Janet will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Felicidades, Janet. Marisa Ann Luisa Hernandez. Marisa will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Construction Management. Marisa says, have been very grateful for the La Raza on campus that has made me feel more comfortable in this environment. Stole presented by Michael Gonzalez. Felicidades, Marisa. Cynthia Bernice Herrera. Cynthia will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Family and Child Studies with a concentration on human development and family relations. Cynthia would like to say, El Centro encouraged me to go to UNM when I didn't have the confidence to successfully complete a university degree. Now look at me, graduating with a bachelor's. Stole presented by Yesenia Ruiz. Felicidades, Cynthia. Melissa Herrera. Melissa will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Organization, Information, and Learning Sciences, and Instructional Design. Melissa says, do everything with ganas. Stole presented by Dr. Victor Law. Felicidades, Melissa. Abigail Ann Hills Elorega. Abigail will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in International Studies with Spanish. Abigail says, congratulations to everyone who fought so hard to achieve this goal. Stole presented by Professor Miguel Lopez. Felicidades, Abigail. Gabriel Holguín Villalobos. Gabriel will be receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration. Felicidades, Gabriel. Sofia Ibarra. Sofia will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biology and a BA in Chemistry. Sofia says, incluso con todos los obstáculos, todo se puede con la ayuda de Dios. Felicidades, Sofia. David Francisco Ibarra Davila. David will be receiving a professional degree in Master's in Business Administration. David says, glory to our defenders, glory to Ukraine, glory to heroes. Felicidades, David. Sam Innes. Sam will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and a major with a criminology minor. Sorry. Sam would like to say, somewhere something incredible is waiting to be known. Carl Sagan. Felicidades, Sam.
Yasmin Jacqueline Jackson. Yasmin will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Chemical and Biological Engineering. Felicidades, Yasmin. Ariana Michelle Jaramillo. Ariana will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Criminology. Felicidades, Ari. Sofía Alma Inés Jenkins Nieto. Sofía Alma Inés Jenkins Nieto. Sofía will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science, sole presented by Dr. Gary Wiseman. Felicidades, Sofía. Angelina Ashley Carrasco Jimenez. Angelina will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Angelina says, from my grandpa and my grandma, my family and friends, when you see me fly, remember you painted my wings. Sole presented by Miss Elsa Castillo. Felicidades, Angelina. Emma Nayeli Jurado. Emma will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Spanish and Portuguese. Emma says, hello and congrats to all graduates. Here's to class of 2022. Hashtag first generation. Sole presented by Tamara Martinez. Felicidades, Emma. Itzel V. Lagunas. Itzel will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Communication and Journalism, Interpersonal Communication, and Spanish. Itzel says, as a first-generation college student, the path was never easy. Life is full of ups and downs, but with discipline and determination, anything is possible. Cheers to class of 2022. Sole presented by Victoria Lobato. Felicidades, Itzel. Nayeli Desiree Larios. Nayeli will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Felicidades, Nayeli. Carla Rita La. Carla will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and History. Felicidades, Carla. Ashley Rose Lopez. Ashley will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and Philosophy with a pre-law concentration. Felicidades, Ashley.
Isabella Dominic Lopez. Isabella will be receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration and Communication. Isabella says, hello, my name is Isabella and I'm a native New Mexican. I'd like to congratulate my classmates who have had to go through a lot to get here, especially with COVID. Stole presented by Amanda Butram. Felicidades, Isabella. Jasmine Lopez. Jasmine will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biology with minors in Chemistry and Psychology. Stole presented by Corinne Gonzalez. Felicidades, Jasmine. Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Jennifer would like to say, sometimes all we got is beans and rice and Jesus Christ. Lo hicimos con ganas. Stole presented by Tamara Martinez. Felicidades, Jennifer.
Miguel Ángel Lopez. Miguel will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Biology with a minor in Psychology. Miguel says, never say impossible, nothing is impossible. My dad. Congratulations, class of 2022. Stole presented by Dr. Emily Helmrich. Vanessa J. Lopez Varela. Vanessa will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and Language Arts. Stole presented by Dr. Eileen Waldschmidt. Felicidades, Vanessa. Alana Monique Lovato. Alana will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Alana would like to say, I wish everyone happiness and success in any way you desire. Felicidades, Alana. Emma Lovato. Emma will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Family and Child Studies with Early Childhood and Multicultural Education. Felicidades, Emma.
Gerald Lovato. Gerald will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Art Studio, Painting and Photography. Gerald would like to say, I am an older non-traditional student who has many detours in life. As an artist, my passion and purpose are to tell my story through art, and a big part of my identity goes to deep into my Chicana X roots. Stole presented by Dr. Kenzie Cornejo. Felicidades, Gerald. Jasmine Edith Loya. Jasmine will be receiving a Bachelor's of Business Administration in Accounting and Entrepreneurial Studies. Jasmine would like to say, sí se pudo. En este momento haremos un brindis por sí mismos y por nuestros seres queridos que nos han apoyado durante nuestro camino exitoso y más que nada porque seremos los nuevos latinos educados del día de mañana. Todo presented by Mrs. Diana Martínez Campos. Felicidades, Jasmine. Celeste Ariana Lucero. Celeste will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Human Resource Management and Psychology. Celeste would like to say, this is an important moment for many of us, especially first-generation college students. Being able to share this with all of you is extremely special to me, and the past 4 years have been an emotional roller coaster, but being able to get an education, still presented by Genevieve Beard. Felicidades, Celeste. Gabriela Alicia Lucero. Gabriela will be receiving a Master's of Science in Biomedical Engineering. Still presented by Dr. Heather Canavan. Felicidades, Gabriela.
Noah Mark Lucero. Noah will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry. Noah says, I am grateful for the last 4 years, El Centro, and my education continuing in the UNM School of Medicine, class of 2026. Still presented by Dr. Andrew Sussman. Felicidades, Noah. Mariah Destiny Ray Lujan. Mariah will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and a Bachelor of Arts in Spanish. Mariah says, aguas tranquilas nunca hicieron un marinero experto. Calm waters never made a skilled sailor. Felicidades, Mariah. Lisbeth Sonia Luna Wimberly. Lisbeth will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry with a minor in Health Medicine and Human Values. Lisbeth says she's incredibly blessed to have had so much support from my family back home the last 4 years. Thank you for everything. I'm so excited to continue my journey to becoming a physician. Still presented by Dr. Sushia Nonbelt. Felicidades, Lisbeth. Sergio David Macias Mata. Sergio will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Sergio says, gracias a mi familia y amigos por el apoyo, especialmente el de mi madre. Felicidades, Sergio.
Estrella Consuelo Madrid. Estrella will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Criminology and Psychology. Still presented by Professor Paul Gordon. Felicidades, Estrella. Samantha Ann Maestas. Samantha will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Criminology and Psychology with a minor in Religious Studies. Still presented by Dr. Christopher Lyons. Felicidades, Samantha. Priscilla Rose Magallanes. Priscilla will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Speech and Hearing Sciences. Priscilla would say, gracias a mi familia y mentores que me han enseñado sobre sueños y metas y cómo alcanzarlos. Yo digo que sí se puede porque yo sí pude. Felicidades, Priscilla. Perla Yasmín Maldonado. Perla will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology with a minor in Communication. Perla would say, don't be scared to keep punching even when you feel like life knocking you down. Wipe your tears and keep going. Never forget the purpose of your journey. Felicidades, Perla. Brian Alejandro Marquez. Brian will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Health, Medicine, and Human Values, concentration in Biomedical Science. Brian would say, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Felicidades, Brian.
Christopher Isaiah Martinez. Christopher will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Organizational Communication. Felicidades, Christopher. Paula Alejandra Martinez. Paula will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Stole presented by Professor Eleuterio Santiago Díaz. Felicidades, Paula. Joana Yamile Martinez Alvarez. Joanna will be receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration and Finance. Joanna says, we have to show that we are strong and determined. Congratulations, class of 2022. Felicidades, Joanna. Gerardo Martinez Luna. Gerardo will be receiving a Master's of Business Administration. Gerardo says, gracias a mi esposa, mis nenas, mis padres, mi familia y mi comunidad. Yo no estoy aquí para ver si puedo, porque puedo, estoy aquí. Stole presented by Dr. Mia Sosa Provencio. Felicidades, Gerardo. Gabriela Elise Martinez Moreno. Gabriela will be receiving a Master of Science in Global and National Security. Gabriela would like to say, thank you to my family and friends for their unconditional love and to my professors for their continued support and guidance through my program. Felicidades, Gabriela.
Nikayla Monet McClelland. Nikayla will be receiving a Bachelor's in Communication with focus on Public Relations and English. Nikayla would say, no matter where life takes me, find me with a smile. Mac Miller. Felicidades, Nikayla. Mariana Elisa Medina. Mariana will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Liberal Arts with a concentration in Science. Mariana would say, I have such a great experience at the University of New Mexico, and I am excited to see where life takes me after graduation. Go Lobos. Felicidades, Mariana. Diana Fernanda Medrano. Diana will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Spanish with a minor in Psychology. Felicidades, Diana. Fabiola Aide Melendez. Fabiola will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in International Studies, concentration in Europe, focus in Arts and Culture, second major Spanish. Fabiola would say, never give up. Felicidades, Fabiola. Alexandra Berenice Mendez. Alexandra will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Electronical Engineering. Alexandra would like to say, si se pudo. Stole presented by Dr. Jane Lair. Felicidades, Alexandra.
Oscar Adrián Mendez Cera. Oscar will be receiving a professional degree in public health with a concentration in epidemiology. Oscar says, true glory is not in never failing, but each time you fall, you rise up again. Sometimes the fall can be too harsh. Remember to take care of your health and mental health. You are not alone. Struggles are more fun when you share them. Stole presented by Dr. James McKinnell. Felicidades, Oscar. Citlali Mendoza. Citlali will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and Bilingual Education with a concentration in Language Arts. Stole presented by Dr. Eileen Walchman. Felicidades, Citlali. Viridiana Mendoza Rodriguez. Viridiana will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Arts. Viridiana says, I wouldn't have been able to challenge myself to accomplish my goals and grow as a woman if everything would have been smooth. I owe it to my mother, sister, and family. Gracias, familia, por su apoyo incondicional, por ser mi motivación e inspiración. Stole presented by Mrs. Diana Martinez Campos. Felicidades, Viridiana. Carla Mier. Carla will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. Carla says, this is not the end, but the beginning of a new chapter in our lives. Felicidades, Carla.
Viviana Miranda. Viviana will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Biology and Spanish. Viviana would say, lo logramos. Stole presented by Professor Carmen Ulvin. Felicidades, Viviana. Clarisa Isela Molina. Clarisa will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in HMHV. Clarisa would like to say, thank you to my friends and family for their continued support. I could have not done it without you all. Stole presented by Dr. Shushila Nupel. Felicidades, Clarisa. Sebastián Molinar. Sebastián will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Political Science. Stole presented by Rodolfo Bricero. Felicidades, Sebastián. Julianne Elizabeth Montaño. Julianne will be receiving a Master's of Business Administration. Felicidades, Julianne. Esmeralda Montes. Esmeralda will be receiving a Master's of Arts in Family and Child Studies. Esmeralda would say, learning about how to serve families in New Mexico has been an honor and something I hope to implement as I continue with my studies. Stole presented by Dr. Ashley Martin Streller. Felicidades, Esmeralda.
Matthew John Montoya. Matthew will be receiving a Master of Public Administration and Human Resource Management. Stole presented by Mrs. Delana Mannion. Felicidades, Matthew. Aubrey Lynn Montoya Nodin. Aubrey will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Arts. Stole presented by Dr. Teresa Cordova. Felicidades, Aubrey. Stephanie Morales. Stephanie will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology and American Studies. Stephanie says, as a first-generation student, I am proud to finish with my bachelor's at UNM. I want to thank my family for always supporting me and happy to share this accomplishment with them. Stole presented by Farah Nushin. Felicidades, Stephanie. Isabel Morales. Isabel will be receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration and Accounting. Isabel says, I'm very excited to have achieved one of my biggest dreams and goals. Receiving my Bachelor's in Business Administration fills me with pride. I deeply thank my family for all the unconditional support. Thanks to UNM for giving me the opportunity to prepare. Stole presented by Marcial Martinez. Felicidades, Isabel. Roberto Morales. Roberto will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Economics. Felicidades, Roberto.
Clarisa Morales Chacon. Clarisa will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Computer Engineering in Spanish. Clarisa would say, gracias a Dios, a mi familia, mi compañero, mis mentores, amigos y principalmente a mis padres que me han acompañado y apoyado, motivado y prohibido su enorme cariño en este largo camino. Mil gracias, lo logramos. Stole presented by Tamara Martinez. Felicidades, Clarisa. Analí Morales Chavez. Analí will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology in Spanish. Analí would say, we should all be proud of ourselves. We are furthering our pathing the path of higher education para nuestros mujeres y como nosotros. Stole presented by Dr. Ana Noguera. Felicidades, Analí. Guadalupe Moreno. Guadalupe will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Populational Health with a minor in Spanish. Guadalupe would say, somos un gran orgullo para nuestras familias y comunidad. Felicidades, clase del 2022 y mucho ánimo. Stole presented by Amber Angeles. Felicidades, Guadalupe. Joseph Abel Jacob Moreno. Joseph will be receiving a doctorate in Language, Literature, and Social Cultural Studies. Joseph would say, congratulations to all 2022 graduates. I especially want to thank my mom and dad, Benny and Cordy Moreno, for their love and support. This PhD is dedicated to my family, especially to my Auntie Bay and grandparents. Stole presented by Dr. Plume Martinez. Felicidades, Joseph. Sonia Magali Mundo Perez. Sonia will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Sonia would say, life can get hard sometimes. If we continue to dream, we can be what we want. Hard work pays off, especially with help of our loved ones, our familias. My grandparents once said, it's never too late to focus on your dreams. Si se pudo. Stole presented by Tracy Owen. Felicidades, Sonia.
Christina Janine Munoz. Christina will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Latin American Studies. Felicidades, Christina. Marissa Yahaira Munoz. Marissa will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Secondary Education with a concentration in Spanish. Stole presented by Dr. Bloom Martinez. Felicidades, Marissa. Ada Abigail Nájera. Ada will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Ada says, agradecida con Dios por haberme concedido esta petición de mi corazón. Stole presented by Nicole Smith. Felicidades, Ada. Andrea Yvonne Naranjo. Andrea will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and Communication. Stole presented by Natalia Toscano. Felicidades, Andrea. Domenica Elena Nieto. Domenica will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Latin American Studies in Spanish. Domenica says, I'm blessed to be where I am at now and beyond grateful for all the lessons I learned along the journey here at UNM. Felicidades, Domenica.
Daniel Noriega Lucero. Daniel will be receiving a Master's of Business Administration. Stole presented by Pamela Cedillo. Felicidades, Daniel. Argentina Ogaz Lozoya. Argentina will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Film and Digital Media Arts. Argentina would like to say, I dedicate this moment to my mom and dad who did this ultimate sacrifice for my brother and I. Gracias, los amo. Stole presented by Barry Crick. Felicidades, Argentina. Stevana Bray Olivas. Stevana will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Biology. Stevana would like to say, I would like to thank my parents for always supporting me. I would not be in this spot today without your guys' guidance. Because of you guys, I will always make good choices. Felicidades, Stevana. Vanea Olivas Maldonado. Vanea will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology. Vanea would like to say, estoy aquí el día de hoy gracias a mi madre hermosa. Sin ella no lo podría haber logrado. Sola. Te quiero mucho, mami. Stole presented by Christopher Lynch. Felicidades, Vanea. Skylin Olivera. Skylin will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Populational Health. Skylin would like to say, I would like to thank my family and friends as I am grateful for your love and support throughout this chapter in my life. Felicidades, Skylin.
Jacob Ortega. Jacob will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Biology and International Studies. Felicidades, Jacob. Erika Ortega Cabral. Erika will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education with a concentration in Science. Erika says, estoy muy agradecida con Dios, mi madre y todas las personas que me han apoyado para poder llegar a ser la persona que soy. Mi mayor inspiración es mi madre, que luchó para que yo obtuviera la educación que ella no pudo tener. Stole presented by Dr. Carlos López Leiva. Felicidades, Erika. Yashira Ortiz. Yashira will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Architecture. Yashira says, first generation and I made it. Stole presented by Brandy Stone. Felicidades, Yashira. Lourdes Guadalupe Ortiz. Lourdes will be receiving a Master of Arts in Secondary Education with a focus on reflective practice. Lourdes says, gracias a Dios, mi familia, mis antepasados por este logro. Sí se pudo. Congratulations to the class of 2022. Stole presented by Dr. Rebecca Sanchez. Felicidades, Lourdes. Raven Delfina Otero Symphony. Raven will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Statistics. Raven says, mientras mis raíces están en Nuevo México, la querencia mía es en algún lugar más ahí de las estrellas. Stole presented by Dr. Margot Chavez Charles. Felicidades, Raven.
Dominique Pacheco. Dominique will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology in Spanish. Dominique would like to say, the past 4 years have been the best and the worst days of my life, but this opportunity was more than I could have asked for. I learned to appreciate life and that my current situation never determines my destination. Gracias a todas las personas que creyeron en mí. Stole presented by Amanda Buttram. Felicidades, Dominique. Bethany Dolores Peña. Bethany will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science. Felicidades, Bethany. Brenda Perez. Brenda will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science. Stole presented by Professor Santiago Vaquera. Felicidades, Brenda. Ramon Eduardo Perez. Ramon will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Construction Management. Ramon would like to say, I am grateful to be a part of a Raza community here at the University of New Mexico and the opportunity to meet new colleagues. I wish everyone success to what the future holds for every single one of us. Stole presented by Dr. Charles Cormier. Felicidades, Ramon. Ruth Perez. Ruth will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Bilingual Education. Felicidades, Ruth.
Maria Perez Ruelas. Maria will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Business, concentrating in marketing. Maria says, I'm proud to accomplish such a big goal, as well as being the first to graduate in my family. I had a great time at UNM. I'm proud to share this moment not only with my family, but also with my close friends. Felicidades, Maria. Adam Taylor Phelps Romero. Adam will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Spanish and English. Adam says, congratulations to all my fellow graduates. Still presented by Kelly Neuschwinger. Felicidades, Adam. Frances Phillips. Frances will be receiving a Master of Business Administration in Management Information Systems. Felicidades, Frances. Infania Evangelina Pimentel. Infania will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry and Psychology with a minor in Computer Science. Still presented by Dr. Susan Atlas. Felicidades, Infania. Kevin Anthony Pohl. Kevin will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering. Kevin says, thank you for a great 4 years and I wish you all the best. Still presented by Sarah Worland. Felicidades, Kevin. Shasid Nailia Portillo. Shasid will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics with a bilingual concentration. Shasid says, I'm a first-generation college student about to graduate in May. I'm a bilingual student, teacher in a 5th grade bilingual classroom at La Mesa Elementary, and I hope to change lives through teaching. Still presented by Dr. Carlos Lopez Leiva. Felicidades, Shasid.
Carla Aniram Puentes. Carla will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Secondary Education, concentration in Spanish. Carla would say, si se pudo. Still presented by Michelle Jurado. Felicidades, Carla. Jenny Quiñones. Jenny will be receiving a Master's of Public Administration. Jenny would say, love and thank you to my husband and son, to Marcial Martinez, Professor Anthony Cardenas, Professor Revis, Professor Moreta, Tim Gutierrez, and UNM COP. Still presented by Marcial Martinez. Felicidades, Jenny. Elijah Jaden Quintana. Aaliyah will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science with a minor in African Studies. Aaliyah would like to say, it's a blessing to be a first-generation college student. I'm excited for the future and cannot wait to serve communities. Still presented by Dr. Finney Coleman. Felicidades, Aaliyah. Sabrina Noel Quintana Mats. Sabrina will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science Education with a TECOL minor with a concentration in Language Arts. Sabrina would say, you should give a good thought to happiness that you can give out. Eleanor Roosevelt. Still presented by Dr. Eileen Walshman. Felicidades, Sabrina. Edgar Ramirez. Edgar will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science. Edgar say, on this day, we became legendary. Still presented by Dr. Deborah McFarland. Felicidades, Edgar.
Joaquin Alejandro Ramirez. Joaquin will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Joaquin says, I love you all. We will make an impact in our communities and society. No one can say otherwise. Still presented by Dr. Bruce Smith. Felicidades, Joaquin. Paola Andrea Ramirez. Paola will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education. Felicidades, Paola. Jessica Ramirez Morales. Jessica will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Jessica says, lo logramos. Felicidades, Jessica. Alondra Lisette Ramos Huereca. Alondra will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Secondary Education with a concentration in Spanish. Still presented by Joanne Nevada. Felicidades, Alondra. Alicia Christina Reed. Alicia will be receiving a professional degree in Global and National Security. Still presented by Dr. Kathy Powers. Felicidades, Alicia.
Alma Reyes. Alma will be receiving a Bachelor's of Business Administration and Accounting. Alma would like to say, no hay día que no se llegue, ni plazco que no se cumpla, decía mi abuelita. Felicidades, Alma. Renee Reyes. Renee will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology. Renee would like to say, going back to college as a non-traditional student was a bit overwhelming. Managing school, work, and kids was tough. I'm grateful for the support from the UNM community and my family. I am excited for the next chapter. Still presented by Dr. Jessica Goodkind. Felicidades, Renee. Juliana Clara Reyes Ordaz. Juliana will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Sociology. Juliana would like to say, life isn't about having a sense of direction on where to go. It is finding a mission that enables us to move through the motions and achieve our purpose. Still presented by Mrs. Carl Borlet. Felicidades, Juliana. Antonella Riega. Antonella will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Biology and Psychology. Antonella would like to say, I want to thank my family for always supporting and encouraging me to never give up. I'm so grateful to have spent other years at UNM and met amazing people. Go Lobos. Still presented by Dr. Kelly Miller. Felicidades, Antonella. Alisa Sierra Rivera. Alisa will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Community Health Education. Alisa would like to say, my time at UNM has been quite the journey, and I am most thankful for the diversity of our university. Having this opportunity to continue my education and connect with so many individuals, both similar and unique individuals, to myself has had a great impact. Felicidades, Alisa.
Daniela Rodriguez. Daniela will be receiving a professional degree in General Management. Still presented by Trinidad Mendoza. Felicidades, Daniela. Joana Saraí Rodriguez. Joana will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Spanish. Felicidades, Joana. Arturo Rodriguez Gonzalez. Arturo will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Athletic Training. Still presented by Dr. Kevin Schroeder. Felicidades, Arturo. Montserrat Rodriguez Rico. Montserrat will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and Criminology with minors in Interdisciplinary Liberal Arts and Spanish. Montserrat would like to say, as a first-generation student, this degree would not be possible without the nurturing love and care I received from my family, friends, mentors, and community. Juntos sí se puede. Still presented by Dr. Kyoko Simmons. Felicidades, Montserrat. Gregory Christopher Romero. Gregory will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration and Theater. Gregory would like to say, congratulations to everyone in this 2020 class. I have no doubt in my mind that this class will shape the future of New Mexico and across the globe. We're Lobos. Life isn't about finding yourself, life is about creating yourself. Still presented by Mr. Ryan Lindquist. Felicidades, Gregory.
Janice Romero. Janice will be receiving an Associates of Arts in Liberal Arts. Janice would like to say, no matter what life throws at you, reach for your dreams and don't give up. When you fall, get up and keep going. Felicidades, Janice. Luis Jair Romero Alemán. Luis will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Secondary Education in Spanish. Luis would like to say, nunca dejes de luchar por tus sueños. No importa de dónde vengas, siempre hay una manera de que salgas adelante y consigas lo que quieres. Felicidades, Luis. Andrea Celeste Romero Chavez. Andrea will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Biology with a minor in Chemistry. Andrea would like to say, I am honored to be a college graduate and to thank all my peers, friends, and family that supported me through my journey. Stole presented by Dr. Carol Thomas. Felicidades, Andrea.
Veronica Diana Romero Manjarres. Veronica will be receiving an Associate of Arts in Integrated Studies and Psychology. Veronica says, toma cada oportunidad que la vida te da. Cada oportunidad es única. Para mi familia que llegaron con nada y me lo dieron todo. Felicidades, Veronica. Ignacio Rugier. Ignacio will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and a Bachelor of Arts in Spanish. Felicidades, Ignacio. Patricia Rubí. Patricia will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and Sociology. Patricia would like to say, I'm honored to be a part of the Latina community and graduating at UNM. I'm blessed to have this opportunity and hope more people will follow their dreams and never give up. Felicidades, Patricia. Camila Ivana Ruiz. Camila will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. Camila says, congratulations, class of 2022. We're off to be the leaders of this world. Still presented by Professor Robert Lucero. Felicidades, Camila. Iris Mireya Ruiz. Iris will be receiving a Master of Business Administration. Iris says, we did it. Felicidades, Iris. Ayulia Estarenca Ruiz Cuevas. Ayulia will be receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration and Marketing. Felicidades, Ayulia.
Sandra Patricia Salazar Alvarez. Sandra will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Populational Health. Sandra would like to say, your dreams are not always impossible to come true. With dedication, patience, courage, persistence, and a lot of work, you can achieve everything you set out to do in life. Still presented by Dr. Tammy Thomas. Felicidades, Sandra. Brianna Micaela Salcido. Brianna will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics with minor in Psychology. Brianna would like to say, thank you to my family and friends for the support over the past years. I am looking forward to the next chapter of my life. Felicidades, Brianna. Alexandria Ann Sanchez. Alexandria will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Speech and Hearing Sciences. Alexandria would like to say, I am grateful for the opportunities UNM has provided me in pursuing a career as speech-language pathologist. I'd like to give a special thank you to Dr. Kathy Key, my parents, my grandparents for always supporting me. Still presented by Dr. Kathy Key. Felicidades, Alexandria. Alexis Sanchez. Alexis will be receiving a Bachelor's of Business Administration in Organizational Leadership with minors in Spanish and Psychology. Still presented by Anne Fan. Felicidades, Alexis.
Benigna Sanchez. Benigna will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Education with a diagnostician certificate. Benigna says, when you know your worth, no one can make you feel worthless. Still presented by Dr. Shenoy. Felicidades, Benigna. Delia Sanchez. Delia will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Delia says, at the end of the day, we can endure much more than we think, by Frida Kahlo. Felicidades, Delia. Genevieve Rose Sanchez. Genevieve will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Genevieve says, good luck to all of you in your future endeavors, and remember that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Still presented by Dr. Tammy Thomas. Felicidades, Genevieve. Gerald Ray Sanchez. Gerald will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Gerald says, a mosquito can fly, but a fly can't mosquito. Still presented by Joseph Poole Jr. Felicidades, Gerald. Robert Anthony Sanchez. Robert will be receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration. Robert says, a true leader of the pack and wise beyond his years, Cooking and botanicals are my fave. My fur babies are who I love. Ask me about my bunny adobada. Still presented by Celestina Torres. Felicidades, Robert.
Nayeli Sanchez Navarez. Nayeli will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Biology. Nayeli would say, lo logré. Esto es solo el comienzo, voy por más. Still presented by Professor Sinoa Ba Stilwell Jensen. Felicidades, Nayeli. Jesus Manuel Sanchez Gonzalez. Jesus will be receiving a Bachelor's of Business Administration and Finance. Jesus would say, it was a long and difficult journey, but we made it into. On to the next big challenge. Still presented by Alejandro Mendíaz Rivera. Felicidades, Jesus. Andres Jacob Sandoval. Andres will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Spanish and Bachelor's of Science in Psychology with a minor in Biology. Andres would like to say, my fellow gente, I am proud to stand beside all of you as we appreciate the beautiful Spanish culture. Each of us should be proud for achieving new heights. Felicidades, mis amigos. Felicidades, Andres. Aubrey Ann Sandoval. Aubrey will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Theater. Felicidades, Aubrey. Astrid Jocelyn Segovia. Astrid will be receiving a Master's of Arts in Linguistics. Astrid would like to say, orgullosa hija de familia emigrante, nieta de abuelos y abuelas trabajadores y de un vocero incansable. Le dediqué mi título a mi familia en agradecimiento por su eterno apoyo, amor y esfuerzos. Por ustedes y para ustedes. Todo presented by Dr. Rosa Vallejos. Felicidades, Astrid.
Simone Marie Sena. Simone will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biology. Simone says, thank you to my family and friends who helped me get here. Le hicimos. Felicidades, Simone. Monica Schenk. Monica will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Monica says, congratulations to all the graduates. Good luck in your future. Felicidades, Monica. Inés Celina Silva. Inés will be receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration in Organizational Leadership. Still presented by Mr. Brian Maldonado. Felicidades, Inés. Angélica Isabela Solís. Angélica will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Still presented by Dr. Tyrell Bryan. Felicidades, Angélica, sorry. Jeu Soto Jr. Jeu will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biology with a minor in Chemistry. Still presented by Dr. Kusin Ju. Felicidades, Joe. Eduardo Soto Orozco. Eduardo will be receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration and Management Information Systems. Eduardo says, no matter your circumstances, anything is possible as long as you work hard and stay motivated. Still presented by Catherine Montoya. Felicidades, Eduardo.
Tyler Kareem Suazo. Tyler will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Biology with minors in Chemistry and Health, Medicine, and Human Values. Tyler would like to say, I am extremely humbled and grateful to be graduating. I am from a small town in northern New Mexico, and my goal is to attend New Mexico School of Medicine to practice in my rural community. I hope to be an example for my young female Hispanics. Still presented by Dr. Mark Morgan Tracy. Felicidades, Tyler. Kyle Andrew Tabor. Kyle will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Kyle would like to say, querer es poder. Still presented by Mr. Christopher Nelson. Felicidades, Kyle. Alejandro Tomás Tenorio. Alejandro will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science with a minor in Math. Still presented by Dr. Soraya Ahmed Mota. Felicidades, Alejandro. Karen Daniela Terán Rascon. Karen will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Biochemistry. Felicidades, Karen.
Jade del Rey Torres. Jade will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. Jade says, showing my kids you can have success even when the odds are against you. Felicidades, Jade. Kylene Rose Torres. Kylene will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry. Kylene says, I'm so proud of everything I have accomplished, and I would like to thank my friends, family, and sisters for always being there to support me. I cannot wait for the next chapter in my life. Felicidades, Kylene. Maria Celeste Torres. Maria will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Arts and Communication, Chicana and Chicano Studies, Elementary Education, and Family Studies. Maria would like to say, be the representation and change you want to see in the future. It starts with you. We made it. Still presented by Professor Levi Romero. Felicidades, Maria. Sara Elba Treviso. Sara will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing with a minor in Sustainability Studies and a certificate in Race and Social Justice. Felicidades, Sara. Chantel Marie Trujillo. Chantel will be receiving a Master of Arts in Chicana and Chicano Studies. Chantel says, this is for you, Grandma. Congratulations, class of 2022. Still presented by Professor Levi Romero. Felicidades, Chantel.
Jasmine Renee Trujillo. Jasmine will be receiving a Bachelor's of Business Administration in General Management. Felicidades, Jasmine. Jerry Diana Trujillo. Jerry will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in English Studies, Technical and Professional Writing. Still presented by Dr. Rachel Reynolds. Felicidades, Jerry. Marisa Trujillo. Marisa will be receiving a Master's of Arts in Architecture with a concentration of historic preservation and religialism. Still presented by Professor Francisco Uvina. Felicidades, Marisa. Tatiana Trujillo. Tatiana will be receiving a Master's of Arts in Chicano Studies. Tatiana would like to say, my journey has just begun. My experience through Chicano Studies has molded and shaped me into a strong Chicana that can take on anything. Sí se puede. Still presented by Jorge Garcia. Felicidades, Tatiana. Christian Gilbert Valencia. Christian will be receiving a Bachelor's of Business Administration and Marketing Management. Christian would like to say, wolves don't leave sleep over the opinions of sheep. Still presented by Professor John Benavides. Felicidades, Christian.
Andrea Valladolid Ochoa. Andrea will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Marketing. Andrea says, proud I am the first of my family to graduate with a bachelor's degree. I have waited for this moment my entire life. Thank you to my friends, family, SSS Trio, and camp for supporting me along the way. I couldn't have done it without you. Hashtag first generation. Still presented by Professor Dimitri Kaplanis. Felicidades, Andrea. Ashley Denise Varela. Ashley will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and International Studies with a minor in Philosophy. Still presented by Dr. Jamie Nunez. Felicidades, Ashley. Chantel Diamond Varela. Chantel will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Film and Digital Media. Chantel says, the time I have spent at UNM has been great. There were highs and lows during college, but in the end, I always managed to keep my head up and keep moving forward. With the help of SSS Trio and others, I have made it to graduation. Still presented by Tamara Martinez. Felicidades, Chantel. Marlene Saley Varela Chavez. Marlene will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Marlene says, estoy muy orgullosa de que todos se agraden aquí hoy. Nuestro viaje no ha terminado y tenemos muchos desafíos que enfrentar en el futuro, pero ahora podemos decir que hemos conquistado un acontecimiento importante. Felicidades, Marlene. Verónica Noemí Varela Adam. Verónica will be receiving a Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Construction, and Hydraulic Engineering. Verónica says, les agradezco a mis padres por la vida con sacrificios, que con sacrificios adelante nos sacaron. Felicidades, Verónica. Andrés Paul Vázquez. Andrés will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in History. Andrés says, as a first-generation college student and the first in my family to be graduating with a bachelor's degree, I'm extremely proud of myself and all the hard work paid off. I'm excited to begin a new chapter in my life. Felicidades, Andrés.
Samantha Brianna Juliana Vasquez. Samantha will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Samantha would say, I would like to thank my immigrant parents for pushing us to do our best always, and them doing their best for us. Sin ustedes no pudieran. Stole presented by Dr. Amanda Stanfield. Felicidades, Samantha. Leslie Karina Vega. Leslie will be receiving a doctorate in chemistry. Leslie would like to say, I would like to thank my parents, Alberto and Maria, for their unconditional support and countless sacrifices that have opened many doors for me to grow and succeed. I hope to make you as proud as you make me. I also want to thank my siblings. Felicidades, Leslie. Mario Vega Jr. Mario will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Exercise Science. Mario would say, volando alto sin olvidar de dónde vengo. Gracias a mi familia, amigos y futura esposa por apoyarme en mi vuelo de la vida. Stole presented by Dr. Len Kravitz. Felicidades, Mario. Antoinette Lorena Velasco. Antoinette will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Communication and Public Communication and Sociology. Annette would like to say, we did it. Stole presented by Professor Alejandro Gonzalez. Felicidades, Annette. Richard Vicente Velázquez. Richard will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Global and National Security. Richard would like to say, quien se atreve gana. Papi, mami, Jazz y Priscila, todos ustedes lo hicieron posible. Para aquellos que aún están en la lucha, no puede llover todo el tiempo. Felicidades, Charles.
Alicia Elena Vigil. Alicia will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Teaching in English as a Second Language, and Social Studies. Alicia says, dear fellow graduates, congrats on accomplishing something that not a lot of people do. We should be proud of this accomplishment, and I wish success for every single one of us going forward in the world. Stole presented by Dr. Leila Flores Dueñas. Felicidades, Alicia. Garrett Manuel Vigil. Garrett will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Population Health. Garrett says, though undergrad is over, the journey is just barely beginning. Go Lobos forever. Stole presented by Mr. Daniel Noriega. Felicidades, Garrett. Marissa Josette Vigil. Marisa will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education. Marisa says, I would like to thank my family for always pushing me to be the best I can be. Thank you for never giving up. I love you. Felicidades, Marisa. Brooke Leslie Vigil. Brooke will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Population Health with a minor in Spanish. Brooke says, we did it. Stole presented by Professor Claudia Cárdenas de Giglio. Felicidades, Brooke. Raven Villa. Raven will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science. Stole presented by Dr. Len Kravitz. Felicidades, Raven. Noeli Villalba Martinez. Noeli will be receiving a Master of Arts in Hispanic Literature. Noeli says, y así, del poco dormir y de mucho leer, nos graduamos. Felicidades, Noeli.
Jasmine Villascas. Jasmine will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Biology minor in Chemistry and Psychology. Jasmine would say, "Thank you to my friends and family for their unconditional love and support these past couple of years. I would not be where I am today without you." Stole presented by Tamara Martinez. Felicidades, Jasmine. Astrid Virgen Garcia. Astrid will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Criminology. Felicidades, Astrid. Maria Westfall. Maria will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Liberal Arts. Stole presented by Levi Romero. Felicidades, Maria.
Amalia Wilson. Amalia will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and Sociology with a minor in Psychology. Amalia says, "I am enthusiastic to be graduating from UNM at 19. I'm Hispanic and from the rural community of Taos, New Mexico. I'm thankful for everyone who has helped me. Most of all, I am thankful to God because with Him, all things are possible." Stole presented by Nate Faustchucker. Felicidades, Amalia. Ariana Zamora Yu. Ariana will be receiving a Bachelor of Science with a concentration in Chemistry. Stole presented by Dr. Tammy Thomas. Felicidades, Ariana. Melissa Garcia. Melissa will be receiving a doctorate in Rhetoric and Writing. Melissa would like to say, as a first-generation Central American Latina, I want to remind all brown and black folks that anything is possible. Always remain faithful and strive for that dream and take risks. Stole presented by Dr. Irene Vasquez. Felicidades, Melissa. Curi Males Teran. Curi will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Native American Studies, Leadership, and Building Native Nations. Curi says, "Rafa, one of my mentors in El Puente Fellowship once mentioned that I should take my time with my studies. Although this has been a challenging 6 years of my life, I am eternally grateful for his wisdom, and I am now completing a BA and will be pursuing a master's." Stole presented by Dr. Leslie Donovan. Felicidades, Curi. Lucy Janet Honorato. Lucy will be receiving a Master of Arts in Chicano and Chicana Studies. Stole presented by Dr. Irene Vasquez. Felicidades, Lucy. Moises Santos. Moises will be receiving a doctorate in U.S. Southwest Borderland History. Moises says, "Congratulations to all graduates and their families." Stole presented by Dr. Irene Vasquez. Felicidades, Moises. Alika Medina Orozco. Alika will be receiving a BA in Journalism. Felicidades, Alika.
Jennifer Campos Carrera. Jennifer will be receiving a Bachelor's in International Studies in Criminology. Felicidades, Jennifer. Elena Nicole Estrada. Elena will be receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Biology. Felicidades, Elena. Steven Flores. Steven will be receiving a Bachelor's in Business Administration. Felicidades, Steven. Luis Eduardo Rodriguez Jara. Luis will be receiving a Bachelor's in Pre-Professional Architecture. Felicidades, Luis.
Laura Elena Baldwin Botero. Laura will be receiving an MA in Elementary Education. Felicidades, Laura. Brianna Romero. Brianna will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Felicidades, Brianna. Licia Jazmín Salazar. Licia will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Communication and Spanish. Felicidades, Licia. Stole presented by Ms. Brandy Stone. Anthony Ramos. Anthony will be receiving a Bachelor's in Athletic Training. Felicidades, Anthony. Isabel Larissa Ibarra. Isabel will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Chemical and Biological Engineering. Felicidades, Isabel.
Yaciel Cervantes, Jaciel Cervantes Carrion. Jaciel will be receiving a master's in architecture. Felicidades, Jaciel. Elizabeth Reese Castañeda. Elizabeth will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Sociology, minor in Chicana and Chicano Studies. Felicidades, Betty. Joel Eduardo Hernández. Joel will be receiving a Master's in Counseling. Felicidades, Joel.
Karime Anaí Tapia Flores. Karime will be receiving a Bachelor's in Architecture and Design. Felicidades, Karime. Jorge Iván Montes Rodriguez. Jorge will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics. Stole presented by Celestina Torres. Felicidades, Jorge. Aaron Douglas Flaming. Aaron will be receiving a BAPD in Community and Regional Planning. Felicidades. Stole presented by Francisco Viña. Carlos Daniel Garcia. Carlos will be receiving a Bachelor's in Psychology. Felicidades, Carlos. Victor Ryan Regalado. Ryan will be receiving a BS in Biochemistry. Felicidades, Ryan.
Ariana Astroga. Ariana will be receiving a Master's in Accounting degree. Felicidades, Ariana. Daniela Rodriguez. Daniela will be receiving a Bachelor's of Arts in Marketing. Felicidades, Daniela. Melissa Nava Martinez. Melissa will be receiving a Bachelor's in Arts in Spanish, minor in Population Health. Felicidades, Melissa.
Jacinto Temilotzin Sanchez. Jacinto will be receiving a Master's in Public Administration. Felicidades, Jacinto. Jesus Aron Luna. Aron will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and Spanish. Felicidades, Aron. Brian Alan Pino Ayala. Brian will be receiving a Bachelor's in Chemical Engineering. Felicidades, Brian. Iris Mireya Ruiz. Iris will be receiving a Master of Business Administration. Felicidades, Iris. Give it up one more time for the class of 2022.
concludes our celebration. Thank you so much for the mariachi, and the mariachi would also like to tell you guys congratulations. So.
Muchísimas gracias por venir. Igual mariachi les queda decir felicidades. En la siguiente oración, si pudieran decir todos que vivan o que viva. In the following phrases, if you guys could say que viva or que vivan, all right? ¡Que vivan los latinos! ¡Que vivan los chicanos! ¡Que viva la raza!